Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Moving Mad. And Tess Holliday has always saying something that just doesn't fit the narrative. She's always saying something that's gonna just get people like myself thinking, "Oh my goodness gracious me, why?" Which is why we're here now, ladies and gentlemen. So let's not waste any more time and let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel, including Patreon, and every single person that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. Now, as we head over here to Tess Holliday's page, which I was notified about, we're going to start off by watching this video stuff in particular, which is her responding to a question that is captioned here: why it's not cool to question someone's ED. Okay, and also, as you can see, the caption in the video itself in particular says, "She just seems to do it for the attention." Okay, anorexia is usually caused by lack of control. She is rich and hypocritical. Why do you believe her? So this is her bouncing back in fine form. And yeah, we got more after this as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the nitty and gritty of Tess freaking Holliday.
Since you have been all in my comments debating on whether or not I actually suffer from an eating disorder, I just thought I would give you the attention that you're clearly looking for. Now, obviously, I don't want to spend too much time giving you attention because there's a ton of people that are kind and, sending lots of love and good vibes out there, and I'd rather give them attention. But here you are, clearly needing it. So let's do this. I find it really strange that people think it's okay to debate on whether or not I actually suffer from an eating disorder. It's actually strange. It's confusing, it's gross, and frankly, I think it's even cornier than making fun of a fat person.
I'm gonna let it run a bit longer.
What's the word? Basic? And I actually don't have to prove it because it's my lived experiences, and I am navigating this, and I have found that the more I talk about it, even though it was my choice to talk about it because I knew it would help other people, it has been extremely triggering for me, and I have definitely...
I just want to focus on and empathize on the word help other people. I want to know how Tess Holliday believes that she is generally helping other people. I can understand to a certain degree when she talks about people questioning whether she has ED or not. I can understand that to a certain degree, okay? And I can only understand it to a degree of where it shouldn't necessarily be the main topic when it comes to Tess Holliday, because Tess Holliday is more than just potentially someone that's suffering with an eating disorder, because she's someone who's an influencer, and that's where the problem lies. The problem lies in the fact that she's an influencer who does not influence, in my opinion, correctly. And we're going to get more into that a little bit later on with a certain post that she made and the caption that was on the post.
Definitely taken a few steps backwards in my recovery, and frankly, it's not worth it for small-minded individuals that just want to reduce me to nothing but being a public figure void of actual emotions or feeling.
Actual emotions and feelings. Okay, cool. Everybody has actual emotions and feelings, but not everybody actually focuses on the actions or feelings. A lot of the people, or some people, avoid actions and feelings. Tess Holliday is one of those people that avoids actions and feelings. Now, when I say she avoids action and feelings, I do not mean to herself, which she probably does, but what I mean more than anything is to who she is. Is who she's influencing. If she really cared about, the emotions and extra, then she should know that promoting the lifestyle that she promotes is not healthy for nobody else. If she wants to live this lifestyle of being unhealthy, forget about even being unhealthy. If she wants to live the lifestyle of being way too heavy for your own bones, for your own height, okay, and anything else, if she wants to live that life and that's her truth, fine, that is your truth. If that's how she wants to see things, okay, I'm not gonna have an argument with her about that. Just what I'm saying, because that's her choice. But when she's influencing other people, That's a different conversation, because she's given other people reasons and excuses, most important excuses, to stay in a situation where your body is not physically healthy. Okay, I can sit here and talk about eating, but you know what? I don't care about the eating at this stage. I care about the size. The size is not a healthy size because your height says you are overweight. Your height says it already. Your bones are already screaming that you're overweight. It's just that point blank period. The pain that the bones are going through and her body are going through right now is worse than her actually breaking a bone. I say that because when you break a bone, it's instant. When you're constantly putting more and more weight onto your body that you're not supposed to, your bones are always hurting. It's not just a quick pain and then recovery. It's they are constantly hurting for a long period of time until she finally decides, which she won't, sadly so, decides to do better. And this is the problem. This is what you're influencing. You're influencing that it's okay for people to live a life in a body that shouldn't really be happening based on health of the body. And here's the thing, even if she's someone that went to the gym and she was like a power lifter, it still wouldn't make it okay. Because I know there's so many powerlifters out there who are overweight with muscle. Yes, they got the muscle, yes, they got the structure, all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't mean that their body is not in pain. Hence the reason why any smart powerlifter, once they retire, someone like Thor, they would then go and lose the weight and go to the size that they need to be at. Eddie Hall, give or take.
I have actual issues feeding my body.
I mean, look at Ronnie Coleman. I mean, I hate to admit it, but this is someone who's a bodybuilder who is a very, very big guy. But of course, where he's at now, where he's now in crutches and XYZ, isn't necessarily just dependent on his actual body size. It's dependent on other things as well.
I don't eat most days more than one meal a day. If you're not familiar how science works, you can Google it. It's out there. It's true that there are weight-biased stigmas in the medical community that make it even harder to give these diagnoses to individuals that are in larger bodies because fat phobia is a thing that exists.
So, okay, let me get this straight. You know what? I'm gonna let it run. I'm not even gonna comment on that one. Just gonna let it run.
Baby, so
please do not eat one meal a day.
Mind your business, work on yourself, get a therapist, but stay out of my business. Let me heal. And let me thrive. And if I want to do something for attention, I'll just get naked on the internet like I've been doing for literally 11 years. That's what I'll do. Not make up an eating disorder and tell the entire world and have my life picked apart by people that don't actually care about my health or mental health or well-being. Okay?
I'm okay. We can talk about people not caring about her mental health. We can talk about that, and the well-being and all that kind of stuff and health. We can talk about that. But I'm not here because of Tess Holliday's mental health. I'm not saying I'm neglecting it, but I'm here for the people that she's influencing. It's the influencing that she's doing is what matters to me, not what she just said. And here's the thing, she talks about attention. Okay, cool. You get naked for attention. Fantastic. That's you. You do you, girl. And she's saying that she's not doing all this eating all this for attention. All right, cool. If you're not doing it for attention and you're doing it for educational purposes, okay, cool. I can run with that. But if everybody is being subject, but if a lot of people are coming towards you and saying to you, nah, this ain't it, there's a reason for that. It means there's something that you're not recognizing here. You need to recognize that. And also, let's just read the caption here, ladies and gentlemen. I get asked this question hundreds of times a day on all social media platforms, and you'll have to stop. A large part of why I have an eating disorder is due to being a public figure. Okay, cool. Let's freeze. Let's pause. If that is the case, stop being a public figure, or at least take a time out from being a public figure to do better. So therefore you can care about your mental health and your well-being instead of saying to other people, you guys are not thinking about mine and you guys are just pretending that and you guys don't really care. That's cool. We don't need to care. Okay? That's okay. But focus, and like she says, you guys we should be out here getting therapy for ourselves to focus on ourselves. Maybe we should. let's not forget or neglect the fact that you should be doing the same. I'm not saying she isn't already, but if she is, it doesn't seem to be working to it doesn't seem to be working to the standard it needs working, given the fact that she clearly said a large part of why I haven't responded is due to being a public figure. And Tess Holliday is someone that can afford to take time out for a duration time to get her life sorted out mentally and physically. She has the funds, unless she's terrible at saving and she's like in debt or something like that, then hey, that's her problem for doing that. Because a lot of people don't have the opportunity to be in her position to be earning as much money as she does and have the opportunity to actually take time out. But we continue, okay? And having my body scrutinized for the last decade publicly, and enough is enough. All right, cool, that's fine. Remove yourself. Stop influencing others. And when we talk about influence others, there's someone that I will get to that, we'll get to that. Let me heal. Maybe just ask yourself before you decide to question someone's health, lifestyle choices, etc. What am I gaining? What am I gaining by doing this? Or maybe more apparently, why do I need to be a total jerk right now? You can't tell someone's health by looking at them. Listen, I agree. You can't tell someone's health by looking. I do agree that because there's a lot of people out here who are skinny as hell, who look like they're in shape, and they don't eat nothing good at all. So I agree. Yes, 100%. You cannot do that. But this is the thing, though. When you are as far gone as Tess Holliday, there's no way you can't judge her without even thinking about her health. There's no way possible. Now listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to move on to the next post real quick, okay? This post here, it just had me going. I mean, I was like, okay. She says, I don't know what I love more about these photos. How cute my belly looks, or how they capture what a bratty bottom I am. I'm just going to say this to you now. There is nothing wrong with loving yourself. There is nothing wrong with loving yourself if you've got a little bit of a stomach. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with loving your stomach. You know, we've all got a stomach. Some of our stomachs are flat. Some of our stomachs are a little bit bulgy. It already depends, right? There's nothing wrong with loving your stomach, okay? I mean, and obviously, you know, like for some women, you know, depending on where they was before they got pregnant, after they get pregnant, you know, there's a chance that they also will carry that little bit of excess body fat, okay? I mean, baby fat, which is fine, okay? Depending. All right, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. We should be pushing for women to love their stomachs, okay? I 100% agree with that, but this is to a certain degree. Now, when it comes to this, and I say this, okay, when it comes to Tess Holliday, she can talk about how cute her belly is. She can talk about all that, but this thing though, she's not at a stage where her belly is a belly. It's a belly. I mean, that sounds dumb, right? But she's at a stage where now she's got an apron, okay, an apron. That is not a good thing. That is far from a good thing, ladies and gentlemen, okay? You know, I mean, some people want to call it fupa, but the fupa is actually underneath her belly at this moment in time, so therefore this is an apron, which is not a healthy indication. This is very unhealthy. So recognize the fact that she can love herself she can love herself and say how cute my belly is, but it's not at a stage where your body is healthy. Recognize that, because there are times your body can be healthy, but you can still have a belly. That is a thing, okay? Both men and women, maybe predominantly women, so that's fine. But this right here, no, she's just doing too much at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Now, there is another post up here, which is this one here. Now, with this one here, I'm just going to bring up the actual picture, the caption itself, because I don't want to click on the image, because the image itself in particular is fully, you know, she's in a bikini, you know what I mean? So let me not do a zoom in on that. I'll show some respect there, you know? But this is the caption that she put next to it. Fat bodies have always existed. That is very, very true. They've just tried to erase us from history. Okay, okay. I mean, okay, I can run with that to a certain degree. Okay, cool. I mean, look at it this way: when Game of Thrones came out and they had the overweight guy appear, that guy got a lot of backlash. The show got a lot of backlash. People were like, "How the hell can you have someone that's overweight?" Because at those times there wasn't enough food to go around. So people did definitely, you know, try and put that. You know what I mean? So I agree to that certain degree that that there is a stigma that maybe they didn't exist. I haven't heard much about it, so I can agree with that to a certain degree. But let's continue, only because of that, but let's continue. We've always been We've always been sensational, essential, beautiful, strong, and capable. Yeah, capable. Capable? Yeah, capable. I don't post photos like this to be like, look how hot I am. But also, please look away. I post pics like this because I refuse to let them write us out of history, out of the story. Alright, cool. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is how I can look at it, okay? Should we be trying to erase people that are overweight at history? No. It's very important to bring it to the forefront because, and I don't know how I can word this. It comes across properly or comes across how it's meant to be, but this is the only way. And if I get my wording wrong, I do apologize because it's not. I'm just trying to get it out. Now, I do agree that we should not be trying to erase anyone of any size at history because it's very important for people to be allowed to be educated on people of different sizes. If you are able to be educated on people of different sizes, it's able to allow you to identify who you want to be in your life. And also, it enables you to learn how does one get to these different sizes. So if you are able to, so for educational purposes, it should not be erased. Because at the end of the day, people have to know what you have to do to get to a certain stage in your life to be the same size as Tess Holliday. Because this isn't a woman who's just overweight. She's not a woman who's just fat. This is a woman that is morbidly obese. You see what I'm saying? Okay. That is the pinnacle of the worst. That is literally what it is. Okay. So because that's the pinnacle of what it was, I agree. They shouldn't be erased because people need to read up. How did this young lady and anyone else get to this stage? And then you can educate yourself. Say, do I want to get to this stage? If I get to this stage, how long do I have left to live? If I get to this stage, what complications am I prone to? What am I going to be diagnosed with potentially? Okay. What is my body going to be going through? Is my mobility going to be any good? Will I even be able to actually exercise? Will I be able to do certain things? You know, whether that be skydiving or whether that be going on a ride. Okay. Whether that be in any kind of scenario. So, you know, I agree to that certain degree. But the way she goes about it is in the way, because she's going about it in the way of she's going about it in the angle of where, you know, like fat bodies should be acknowledged for positive purposes, which I can agree to a certain degree depending on. Because here's the thing: there's nothing wrong with. So there's the calorie deficit, right? And then obviously you got your height and how much you're meant to weigh. Okay, there is nothing wrong, in my opinion. You can come at me for this one. There's nothing wrong with weighing just a little bit more than what you're meant to be. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a little bit. Okay, but weighing way over the top is a different conversation. And because she's someone that weighs way over the top, that's where the conversation is completely different, and she doesn't have a leg to stand on by saying these things, in my opinion. I mean, I say in my opinion, scientifically, to be honest with you. Fat folks are here, and we're living beautifully complex lives, just like everyone else. Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes we get to go to the ancient baths underneath the apartment where Peter Pan was written to. So don't get it twisted. You can live whatever life you want right now, no matter what your body looks like. No, that is wrong, because like I just said, if you want to do certain things like skydiving, or you want to do certain things like going on rides, you know, you want to do other things that involves anything in the world that involves your height and weight. Because remember, there's certain things that you can't do based on your height. Like for example, you cannot be an air hostess if you are below 5.3 or 5.4, something like that. One of the two, you couldn't get that job. And I don't know if this is the same thing for weight, you know what I mean? But just to bring height into the conversation. But the thing is, height is a different thing, because height is a genetic thing. You can't help your height, it's a genetic thing. Unless you go and find some magical surgery, then hey, you do you. If you find it, let me know, so I can have it too. But when it comes to weight, this is something that you can control yourself. Now, I have never necessarily seen myself an air hostess, you know, who is morbidly obese. I've never seen that. So that's already eliminating someone that wants that job role, if that's a thing. And again, if you want to do other things in life, you know, that are adventurous, you're limiting yourself anyway because of your body. If you've got children and you want to go to the park and you want to go for a little run with them, you cannot do that because your body cannot keep up. Okay? What happens if your child runs away and you can't even chase him down? Things that are not thought about, that are way much more important than. So to be honest with you, she's not correct when she says, so don't get it twisted. You can live whatever life you want right now, no matter what your body looks like. Yes, you can do that depending on what your body will allow you to do, depending on where you are with your body. But don't get it twisted. Just because you're someone who's slim, it doesn't mean you got tons of energy to keep up your kids. Let's not get it twisted, okay? Of course, you still need to work on your stamina at all means necessary. But let's continue. I want these cheeks to inspire you to live your lives unapologetically today, tomorrow, and every day after that. All right, cool. Yeah. The thing is as well about Tess Holliday that she has such wise words, such wise words. And it's annoying that she has wise words that can really uplift people, really help people go forward. But the sad thing is she's doing it when she's in a position that is not going to be influencing people in the way that people should be influenced, in my opinion. And that is being influenced to be any size and live life at any size, when that is not possible. You cannot live life at any size, because some sizes will restrict you from doing certain things, both whether that's your height or whether that's your body weight. It's going to happen, okay? Now, I just want to add this, for the sake of adding this, to be fair. Obviously, on this channel, we do speak about a young lady called Alexandra Rodriguez. And for people who don't know who she is, check out the videos. But one of the things that we've spoken about time and time again on this channel is who she's influenced by. And when I came across this post here, I just had to mention this post purely because of Alexandra Rodriguez's name being here, and she's been one of the people that's liked this post. And it's fitting that she's liked this post purely because she's someone who is a follower of Tess Holliday and someone that is basically trying to promote the same lifestyle. The only difference is do you know what? You know what? To a certain degree, she might be low-key worse, because this is a woman who had surgery. She had weight loss surgery and then lied about having weight loss surgery and claimed that she lost that surgery. She lost the weight by exercising when she didn't. And she claimed that the clothes that she was wearing were tucking in her stomach when that never happened. It was because she went on her surgery. But then on top of that, then continued putting weight back onto the surgery. 3 different surgeries that are weight related, and every single one of them she's reversed by putting the weight back on. And I do wonder though, is it because of the influence? Is it because she's a woman who's not strong enough to go in the direction that she's supposed to be going, or she inspired to go in the first place, which was learning to be fearless? But because she's unable to do that, because she hasn't got the strength, she's now following someone like Tess Holliday to get encouragement. Tess Holliday to continue being herself in terms of reversing any surgery. It's mad. So I just wanted to add that in there for anyone who's a part of this channel and knows what I'm talking about. And obviously here, I won't lie to you, man, the caption itself is just bloody golden, isn't it, man? I hope my ass goes down in history as being her own main character, because sheesh. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I have no comment for that one. You know what I mean? Let me know, just, yeah. I've said enough. I'll leave it there. But you let me know what you think, ladies and gentlemen, okay, about everything that I say. And then obviously, I can see what you guys are saying down below. Yeah, so let me know anything that you believe that I missed out, or anything you think that I misunderstood. Anything like that. All opinions are always wanted, respectfully. But nonetheless, though, I'll see you lovely people in the comment section, and we'll talk about it. Like, subscribe, and peace.